willing to be the lady?
Come on, preacher.
I'm going to show you the lady. But once you see the lady, are you willing to be the lady?
Come on, preacher.
Go to Revelation. Chapter 20. Go to Revelation chapter 19. Let's see this lady. Well, we know that Jesus is the Lamb. We know that Jesus is the Lion. What does the lady have to do with this? Verse number 7 of Revelation 19 says what?
Let us be glad and rejoice.
Let us be glad and rejoice.
And give honor to him.
And give honor to him.
For the marriage of the Lamb.
For the marriage of the Lamb
is come.
And his wife. And his wife
have made herself
ready. There's the lady. The Lamb has a lady. The Lamb died for his lady. Now I know he died for the sins of the world, but he died so that the world can become his lady. Everybody's not going to do it, but he died for his lady. And what did he do after he died? He went back. And what does this lady do until he comes again? Making herself ready. Let me show you the beautiful language of marriage. Go to John 14. Go to John 14. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. John 14. John 14. Watch this. Look at the language. He says his wife had made herself ready. That's what the Lamb's wife is doing. And then we're going to show you exactly who the wife is. Now watch this. Watch this. John 14. Look at the language of marriage. Jesus says in John 14, beginning with verse number 1, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. For in my Father's house there are many mansions. Watch this. Now let me tell you about your daddy-in-law. Jesus is saying, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. Now watch this. This is the language of marriage. I go to prepare a place for you. Any sisters in the house that are married or single that wish they would come across somebody who says, baby, I'm going to make the place ready for you. And if I go, I'm coming back again to receive you to myself so that when I am, maybe also. That's the language of marriage.
Oh, have mercy.
So what is the wife to do?
Come on, preacher.
As he goes to prepare a place. Wife is to make herself ready.
Come on, preacher.
Now, want to see the lady again? Verse number 8 of that Revelation 19. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for the fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. He's not talking about a literal lady as in a single individual. He's talking about this collection of the saints of God. And he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. Go to Revelation chapter 21. And there came unto me, verse 9, one of the 7 angels that had the 7 vials, full of the 7 last plagues, and talked with me, saying, come hither, I will show thee the bride, the Lamb's wife.
Come on, preacher.
And do you want to know what he showed John? He showed John, verse 10, a great and high mountain, showed me that great city, showed me the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. So what he showed John was the great city, the holy Jerusalem. Now we need to figure out what that is. So go to Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 23. And and we'll see what the great city, the holy Jerusalem, coming down from God is. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 20. I'll wait on you. I want you to see this. I want you to see this. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse number 23. The Bible says what?
To the General Assembly and Church of the Firstborn.
Read verse 22. Let's get an understanding.
But ye
are come
unto Mount Zion.
Unto Mount Zion.
Unto the city
There's a high mountain.
of the living God.
There's the great city. Read.
The heavenly Jerusalem.
There's the Jerusalem. Read.
To the innumerable company of
angels. Read.
to the General Assembly.
To the General Assembly.
The firstborn.
And the church of the firstborn. Who is the lady? The church is the lady. In Ephesians chapter 5, Paul runs down husband and wife again in verse 23, and he talks about husband love your wife, even as Christ loved the church, and gave himself a head, that he might sanctify and cleanse it, wash it with water by the word. And he gets down to around verse 31, 32, and he says, I'll show you a mystery. But what I'm talking about is Christ and his church. Now I've come to tell you today that you can meet him as the Lamb, or you can meet him as the Lion. You tell me.
Right, preacher.
He died as the Lamb. He's the King of Kings. He's the Lion. But there is coming a day when the Lamb will get angry. Do you remember the original text, Revelation 5? It was about opening the seals. John watches as the Lamb opens the seal. And with each seal, something significantly happens in history. One seal is open and there's pestilence. Another seal is open and there's violence. But then he gets to the sixth of the seventh seal. Chapter 6, verse 12. And the Bible says that when the Lamb opened the sixth seal, that the heavens rolled back as a scroll. He says the sun turned black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon dripped away in blood. He says when the sixth seal was broken, the stars of heaven fell from the heavens as a fig tree casted her untimely figs when she was shaken by a mighty wind. It says, and every mountain and every hill, island were moved out of their place. It says, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and every poor man, and every bondman, and every free man, those who did not know him as the redeeming Lamb, they ran to the rocks and to the mountains, and they said, fall on us. What does that mean? John is saying that these people would rather see death
Lord have mercy.
than what they were experiencing. They said, fall on us! Hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is coming. And who shall be able to stand? Jesus is coming back. The Lamb is coming back again. And he's coming for his lady. And his lady ought to be making herself ready for when he comes again, so that we can enjoy the marriage supper. Now, what if I'm part of another lady, or what if I'm associated with another? Jesus is coming back for his lady. Here's the model. The model is that Jesus is the second Adam. See, the first Adam sinned with his wife. The second Adam bore the sins of his wife.